Hello there, and welcome to another Starfield video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the first Dragonfire, Tier 2. So the number after the ship is the tier of the vessel. The higher the number, the better the base stats. So for instance, this Tier 2 version has a C-class reactor of 27 power. The Tier 2 version, the reactor may only be 24 power. So as the name suggests, this is Dragonfire belonging to the first faction. Slight spoilers, the first is... a faction that you come across in the Freestar Ranger questline. They're kind of the first cavalry. They were a unit that was deployed during the Colony Wars, and they kind of got the bad end of the stick after the Colony Wars ended. They were kind of pushed aside, and yeah, they hold a bit of a grudge. So this vessel is quite rare in that there's only like one location you can come across this vessel, or any of the first vessels really, and that is on the second last quest line to do with the Freestar Ranger. You'll come to a planet where you're basically going to deal with the first once and for all, and once you reach the planet, in orbit above the planet, you'll get attacked by first vessels, and this could be one of the vessels that attack you. So, as the name suggests, it is based on the Dragonfire, which is probably one of the coolest looking ships in Starfield. It looks really, really cool. It kind of gives that, I want to say like Star Trek kind of vibes, almost. But yeah, let's look at the stats, shall we? So it's got a fuel of 1,550, which is kind of insane. Like, it's almost unnecessary amounts of fuel, but, you know, it is what it is. It's kind of part of the vessel itself. It's got a hull of 1006, which for a C-class vessel is not really that good. It's not bad, but like most of the higher end C-class vessels can reach 1500. It's got a cargo capacity of 2790, which is really, really good. This thing can carry quite a lot of cargo. I'm trying to figure out where it carries that cargo. Okay, we've got some storage in the back. Interesting. We'll have to, when we do a teardown, we'll have to look to see where all this cargo is. It's got a C-class reactor, 27 power. That's kind of a weak reactor for 27 power. We'll definitely have to improve upon that when we do a kind of a teardown. Can have a crew of 7, which is really, really good. It also, fun fact, it makes use of that really cool Nova Galactic bridge, which is very, very cool, the Cabot bridge. It's got a jump range of 26 light years, which isn't too bad considering the cargo capacity on this vessel. It's got a shield of 850, which is kind of low again. It's pretty meh. And then for weaponry, it has 4 particle turrets, 2 mounted on the front there, just behind the bridge, and then 2 mounted on the back. And then it has 2 ballistic railguns mounted on the winglets on each side. So let's go take a look at it, shall we? As always, you can't actually purchase this vehicle. Like I said, your vessel, you have to find it in that one specific mission. I always sell my ships before I do a review, just so you can see the base stats without any of my perks affecting it. So let's... Oh, didn't want to buy that. So here it is here. As you can see, it's quite a big vessel. It's got that signature first color scheme, which is a kind of a dark, kind of brown, earthy color, and then it's got the bright yellow. It looks quite good. Kind of back gives me like Thunderburbs. The Thunderbird. Why can't I say that word? Thunderbirds vibe. The yellow ship. I don't know why that. But anyway. So it's got its main kind of propulsion is those 2 big C-class engines, which are very nice. And then if we head around, got a lot of landing gear on this bad boy. I'm trying to see, where is the cargo? Interesting. There's the jump drive. Oh, there's some cargo at the front there hidden. That's actually quite clever. I didn't see that there at the front. Interesting. Alright, so let's head inside. It's got that big Hope Tech interior. Oh, in fact, perfect. In we go. So interestingly, this only comes to Tier 2 version, and I believe there is Tier 3 versions of the Dragonfire that you can buy. Anyway. The first area you enter is the Captain's Quarters, which is kind of a weird one. But, you know, it is what it is. We've got one of the least comfortable beds ever. We got... Well, that's kind of cool. Well, that's a really cool coffee cup. Then we've got a little probes there. We've got the lunar lander and the Sputnik probe. And then if we head back this way, we have a all-in-one berth, I believe. Although there's no sleeping areas. I think we've got a... No, that's not. We've got the galley here. Some chairs, some couches. Pretty nice. Head this way, we have an engineering deck, which is really cool. I really like having engineering decks. Even though they don't really do much from a gameplay point of view, I like them for the kind of the role play. They're pretty nice. We've got two little windows there. Very nice, nice views. And then we drop down here. We have a docking port underneath, and then two more windows. And then we have this is a companionway, I believe. And over here at the bottom, we have a workshop. I like the workstation being here. Pretty nice. Get all your stuff done. We've got the industrial workbench, the research lab, the spacesuit workbench, and the weapon workbench, which is always nice to see all of them. Some of the habitats don't actually come with the research station, so it's nice to have. And if we head back this way. So over here we have, I can see an armory already. Very nice. Okay. Got an armory for storing all of your various weapons. Do we have anything in them? Probably not. Nope. I got unlucky. I probably might have actually looted these earlier. And then if we head back this way. Hello, Simeon. Whoops, I mounted a chair. I'm keeping these for later. And then if we head through this way, we head to the bridge. Okay, that's kind of interesting. And then we have, this is the really cool, this is the Cabot Bridge. It's a very, very cool bridge. I don't use it a lot in my builds, primarily because it's like 3 wide, and I don't make a lot of ships that are 3 wide. But one of the cool things about it is it allows you to kind of remove ladders, potentially, because it has, like, the stairs, which is really, really cool. Got the pilot seat, we've got a co-pilot seat there, and we have a navigator there. And then we've got some, that's about it. There's not a lot of crew space on this, which is kind of weird, but anyway. And then behind here we have a crew control station. This is where your crew sits. Very nice. And then that's pretty much it. There's not a lot to this ship, habitat-wise. Let's take her off, see how she performs. Alright. So as always, I have a perk that increases my power by 5, so for the sake of this review, we're going to be not using 5 power. It is a very, very cool ship. I feel like this is up there, like this is easily my top 5 like nice looking ships in Starfield. So I'm just gonna add some pips to everything. Perfect, okay. So weapon-wise, like I was saying, we've got those particle turrets that can't be shot, and then we've got those rail guns. They kind of knock you back a bit. Interesting. If I set my speed to 0, will it actually, like, propel me backwards? No, it looks like it doesn't. Anyway, base speed is going to be probably 130, just because we're using those big C-class engines. Yeah, 130. Sense. Boost speed of probably going to cap out around 400. Yeah, 400, 380. Agility test. Okay, it's not the most agile. Oh god, that's actually quite slow. Okay, yeah, we got some low agility there. Yaw is about the same. It's pretty bad. And then the roll. Roll's not too bad. Alright, so we're going to head down to the planet now, and I'll show you how to build it, and we'll look at some potential upgrades. Alright, so we've got the ship split into 4 sections. So the top here, we don't have any habitat modules. We have 2 of the 4 PBO-100 auto neutron turrets from Ballistic Solutions Incorporated. B-class, 4290 range, 5 fire rate, 16 hull and shield damage, and 3 power. And then for structural pieces, we've got a Damos Spine A4, a Damos Spine C4, a Damos Cowling 4, Damos Hull A, a Damos Tail A, and then 2 Damos Wings D's, starboard and port. In the kind of first crew area, we have the Cabot C3X bridge from Nova Galactic, 300 cargo, 5 hull, 2 crew. Behind that, we have the Damos control station 2x1. And then if we come to the back here, we have a SF-20 sheared flow reactor from Dogstar. C-Class, 27 power, 850 hull. Then we have the SGD 3200 grav drive from Slayton Aerospace, C-Class, 11 power, 38 jump thrust, which in the current config gives us 26 flight years, not too bad. For the fuel, we've got 2 of these 500T helium-3 tanks from Ballistic Solutions Incorporated, 210 each. We have the 600T helium-3 tank from Ballistic Solutions Incorporated, 290. We've got 2 Supernova 2100 engines from Relodyne, C-Class, 3 max power, 21,120 engine thrust, 7,050 maneuvering thrust. And then for the cargo, we've got 2 of these 30T hauler cargo holds from Sexton Shield System, 100 each. Now for the structural pieces, at the front here, we've got 2 of these Stroud cowlings, 1LA, we've got a port and a starboard. We've got 2 of these Stroud Cap A, we got starboard aft top and a port aft top. We've got a Damos cowling aft, a Damos spine B, a Damos cowling 4. We have 4 of these Tayo nose caps there, and I believe that's it for that section. The third section of the vessel, we have the Damos Captain's Quarters 2x1, the Damos Engineering Bay 3x1, the Damos Living Quarters 2x1, and an Armory 2x1. For the weapons, we've got 2 Jishaku ND railguns from Shinigami C-Class, 1430 range, 1.5 fire rate, 46 hull damage, and 3 power. For cargo, we've got 2 of these Stormax 40 cargo holds from Dogstar, 245 cargo each. We've got 4 more of these 500T helium-3 tanks, 210 each, so a lot of cargo, or a lot of fuel. And then mounted on 2 Damos Wings Ds, we've got 2 more of those neutron turrets. Then for structural pieces, we've got 2 Damos Wing A's, port and starboard, and then 2 Damos Wing C's, as well as those 2 Damos Wing D's. And then on the bottom of the vessel, we have the Hope Landing Bay 4. Hope Tech, we've got the Damos 2x1 workshop, the Damos Companionway 1x1. We've got the 2 Acu 11 landing gear from Stroud Eklund, 2 thrust each. And then we have 2 of these 320 CB landing gear from Damos. They give 3 each. Then for the structural pieces, we've got 2 Damos Skeg A's. We've got a Damos belly aft. We've got 4 portholes, 2 down here, and then 2 above. They should be snapped on top, I do apologize. And then we have 2 Stroud Cap A bottoms. We've got 2 more landing gear there. And then we've got the Tayo caps, the starboard and the port. And then finally we have the 102D Guardian shield generator from Dogstar, C-Class, 8 power, 850 shield. Alright, so let's put the vessel back together and let's work on some upgrades. So first of all, we're going to upgrade the reactor. So actually, I don't know why I always do that. I need to confirm first. So currently we've got for the SF-20 there, which gives us 27 power and 850 hull. We're going to swap it out for this bad boy that gives us 40 power and 1350 hull. It's going to slot in nicely. It's just a straight upgrade. For the grav drive, we've got this SGD grav drive, but we're going to swap it out for a better one, just because it doesn't give an awful lot of cargo capacity. We're going to swap it out for the J52 Gamma grav drive. Main difference is it uses the same amount of power, but it gives us way more jump thrust. Slot that in there like so. Now next for the what I'm going to do is I'm going to... So these are the Supernova engines. Let me see, are we using the best versions of these? Please tell me you're selling these ones. Yes, you are. Perfect. So no, we're not using the best ones, so we need to swap them out. So I'm going to really quickly change the color of these to the same one. Perfect. So this is going to bring our mobility up a good bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this, and we're going to place another one in here. Now, we're going to have to do a little bit of... This will slot in here. Okay. Just going to have to do a slight bit of merging, but not a huge lot of merging. This slots in there. I'm going to flip this on the bottom there. And then we're just going to attach this up here, and we're going to make it drop down just like that. Perfect. So now we've got 3 of these engines, so we've got a little bit more engine thrust, which is very nice. Now next, we're going to work on the shield generator. So the shield generator is tucked away down here, but it's kind of weak. It's only gives us 850 shield. We're going to replace that with best shield you can get in the game, the Assurance 1800. And we're going to mount this back here. And we're going to make it the same color. We're going to make it that yellow. So it blends in. Perfect. Now, we still have quite a lot of fuel on this. Now, we could move some of the fuel potentially. So if you wanted extra cargo capacity, what you could do is you could remove these 2 here. And basically add these like that, just to kind of give some extra cargo, which I think does like a better job overall. Now for the weaponry, we're going to change these. These turrets are kind of like lower end, they're only B class. We're going to upgrade these turrets, so we're going to go to weapons. And we're going to go and we're going to get some C class turrets, just because, you know, you got to have some C class turrets. What do we have for C class turrets? We have... I'm going to go with these ones because I like the look of them. They're very nice. We're going to mount them in the same spot as before. We're going to have 2 mount on the back. Like so. And then we're going to have 2 mounted on the front like that. Perfect. Now for the railguns. The railguns aren't too bad. We could definitely keep the railguns just because they're quite powerful. What other weapons do we have here? Part of me kind of wants to add a second set of turrets, maybe. Just for... I'm going to actually really quickly, let me... These 2 disruptor, perfect. Because we could definitely add these railguns, we could like... Let me actually compare. I'm doing like a retrofit. I just want to see what weapons we have available. So we have... What's the main difference of these 2? 400 range. This is more range. We're going to go with these ones because they have more range. These are 4, so we're going to basically place 1 up there like that. And then we're going to have, so we basically have these like all mounted on the front there for some extra power. And then you could obviously go, you could go multiple routes with like the 3rd set of weapons. Let me just put these. There we go. I'm going to go with some energy weapons because I don't normally go with energy weapons, but I feel like we could do with some energy weapons here. So we're going to go with some, let me see, what C-class energy weapons do we have? I seen some there a minute ago. What's some of these blades? Dragons. We're going to get some of these dragons. These are 3 each. And we're going to mount them under here, like so. We're going to mount 2 like that. And then we're going to mount 2 under there. Perfect. And they're going to be our primary weapon. Perfect. Okay. And then, is there anything really else we can do? So one of the things actually I would probably do is we're going to move these around. I'm going to put the workshop there. Actually, that won't, yeah. I'm going to put the workshop there, but like, that doesn't matter a whole lot. Because it's not connected to the... See, ideally... Actually, yeah, no, that's not a fair... That's a valid point. What we're going to do... We're going to redo what I just did there, because I'm an idiot. So, underneath here... I'm just going to show you. So, we have the... In here is the captain's quarters. We're going to change this to the workshop. And then we're going to put the captain's quarters down here. Captain's quarters. So that way, the reason I'm putting the workshop here, it's when you come in The landing bay, you get access to the workshop immediately. Oh, we're going to actually change these to Store Max Cargo. Both we're going to change them for the highest version, because why not? These 50s. Here we go. Oh, the air is too heavy. See if you landing gear. Okay, we can fix that. What landing gear do we have here currently? Okay, we're gonna actually, you know what? We're gonna, just because we're limited on the landing gear currently, we're going to keep the ones the way they were. Now, if you were at the, you could see these landing gear here. These are the Damos, but you can only get these at the Damos Star Yard. I would recommend basically grabbing more of them, and you can kind of slot them in place there. Place the Stroud Eklund ones. I might actually, I'm going to lower these turrets here. We're going to put these turrets down there. And we're going to move these out, just kind of spread them out a little bit. And then finally, the only kind of thing left to do is we're going to briefly move these, just because we've got, oh, whoops. Firstly, we need to put the other cargo back there, whoopsie. So we've got, this is the armory here. And then the other side we have a living quarters. So I'm going to change this living quarters into a infirmary, just so we have that kind of the opportunity. And then so we got our workshop, we got our engineering bay there, which is perfect. I'm gonna put this back here like so. So that's pretty much it in terms of this ship. It's a really, really cool ship. I definitely would recommend trying to get your hands on one, just because the Dragonfire, I believe you can only purchase from specific vendors, but the first version you can steal. So when you are doing that quest line, I would make a save, because you can basically go grab the ships and then keep going back and forward until you have all of them. And like I said, they're very rare. You won't ever come across them outside of that mission. So it's just nice to have a kind of a unique ship. But yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. If this is your first time watching these videos, don't forget to subscribe. Also, I have a large catalog of other videos where I kind of cover the various ships in-game, so check that out too. So as always, thanks for watching, guys.